Well, I'll get to this question. Father, mentions, I'm interested in knowing from Father what advice he would give someone who came in, admitted to him that they were engaged in an addiction. What would he suggest as first steps on the road to spiritual recovery? How should an addict approach confession while working the steps?
So if somebody comes in and they say that they have an addiction, I would say, thank God
Hmm.
that you're here. And then I usually would just start with asking them, like, to tell me about that. And what are they doing? I would give them those suggestions of what to do. I typically recommend people do 90 meetings in 90 days at the beginning of recovery because we just need like that in our brains. And they're like, whoa, that's a lot. But if I said go to daily mass every day, you would do that, no problem. If I said go to daily mass and pray the rosary every day, you would say, oh, yeah, that makes total sense. But like go to a meeting every day. And because you need to get in your head, right?
Yeah.
Like you need that solution in your head. And really the spiritual aspect of recovery has to do with having a conversion. And so I want to like look at your prayer, and oftentimes my advice is to take like devotions and put them on the shelf, and we just are going to like learn to pray with scripture. And I need to like figure out who this person Jesus is, and I need him to show me that he's more trustworthy than my addictive behaviors. And um and then like people should go to confession. Like you should go to confession. So if they're struggling with acting out in their addiction with frequency, then like go to 90 meetings in 90 days. Um, and then go to confession every week. Just pick a time every week. You're going to go to confession and just start going to confession weekly for a while. And hopefully you're going to confession and not confessing your addictive behavior and learning what that's like for maybe the first time in your life. And starting to see like, oh, there's fruit from the sacrament. Like the sacrament is for something other than my addiction. um and so those are the things that I would do like first. Like I have somebody come in tomorrow and I'm going to do assessments and we're going to talk about like what he needs to do for recovery, because in the past he never really worked a recovery program. He did some he did some programs, but he never worked a program, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
because sometimes there's just some things that I haven't seen work very well for people. um and they're usually the things that are like super anonymous by myself in front of a computer screen.